Jerry Jeudy, here's the problem I got. Don't be one of these dudes. When you was running around with Joe Flacco and Joe Flacco threw you the ball against the Cincinnati Bengals and it went right through your hands, and on fourth down, that could have put the game away. Did Joe Flacco jump up and down and tell you something? I don't think he did. Hey, Jerry Jeudy, let me talk to you real quick. When Joe Flacco threw you the ball and it bounced off your hands and had an interception, did Joe Flacco jump up and down? Nope. Hey, Jerry Jeudy, when Dylan Gabriel hit you in the hands with the ball and you dropped a rock, did Dylan Gabriel jump up and down and say, what are you doing, Jerry Jeudy? When it looked like you quit on a few footballs from Dylan Gabriel, which we pointed out. What did we say, Jerry Jeudy? Nobody gave you none of that, okay? Jerry Jeudy, when you was going crazy at the press conference and you was giving all kind of short answers, I didn't even go after you. I said maybe he had a bad day. He was giving one-word answers. One-word answers. Did I go after you? I said maybe you had a bad day. Then the game happened, and Shedeur Sanders hit you with the football for 40 yards. And instead of you getting upfield doing what you need to do, you got stripped that eliminated a drive. After that play, did Shedeur Sanders go on the sidelines and jump up and down and talk about why you didn't catch the ball, or what you do? No, sir. Actually went up to you and said, don't worry about it. We'll get it back. Jerry, let's be real. Let's be clear here. You have not balled out this year. You have dropped the rock for every single quarterback. You've dropped the ball. You haven't helped any of your quarterbacks out. You've had 3 of them. You know the consistent Parsons has been in those 3 relationships? You. I can understand if you want to get frustrated, but the reality is, Jerry, you can't be more frustrated at nobody else but yourself, because you've dropped the ball. You've had a lack of energy. You've had some negative energy, and you've caused some turnovers. So until you can consistently catch the ball, do what you need to do, and play like the receiver that you think you are as a number 1 receiver, you have no room to be jumping up and down and being demonstrative about nothing, because nobody else has shown you up and been demonstrative about nothing else. And listen, people get mad. Listen, I stuck up for you with Mark Schlereth. I say, yo, come on, bro. Come on, Mark Schlereth, you out of pocket. When people were saying all kind, I was the one, hey, when Jameis Winston was throwing you a rock, I've been consistent with it. Right? When you dropped the rock, I said, Jerry Jeudy been playing terrible, but you got to get him involved more. But here's the thing, bro. You gotta play as a leader. If you're a number 1 receiver and you're a number 1 dude and you supposedly you feel that type way, then you got to perform that way. And you have not helped out not one of these rookie quarterbacks, and you wasn't helping out Joe Flacco. So let me get this right. Joe Flacco played so bad he got traded. Dylan Gabriel played bad, he got replaced. Shedeur Sanders is now the quarterback. And after all 3 of these things, and you just had one of the nastiest turnovers, last week? What? Come on, man. You out of pocket. Come on, bro. You doing way too much. You doing too much, bro. You doing too much. You don't think Amari Cooper would have liked the bag that you got? Amari Cooper's like, dang, bro, I put up my best year ever. I ain't even sitting here saying you ain't got no talent. I'm just sitting here saying, bro, you got to put on. Like, look, bro, if you got to think about it, you got rookies playing. It's your job to elevate what they talking about. And guess what? You done cause turnovers too. So you can be frustrated with that energy, but the first thing you got to be frustrated is at yourself. I got to catch the ball. Hey, man, Don Peasy. Hey, he was mad at Steve Smith. They was going back and forth. Listen, I kind of was like, okay, well, prove him wrong. But come on, bro. You doing too much demonstrative stuff in games where you just had some stuff happen. You just put the ball on turf, fam. I would have had to ask you, like, yo, after that happened, I'd have been like, hey, bro, you got to go talk to the media about that, bro. You got to listen. You got to go talk to. You got to say that's on me, bro. Like, listen. It's accountability on certain issues, bro. It's accountability. Sometimes it's okay to say, bro, listen, I ain't even been doing too much. I ain't even been doing too much. See what I'm saying? I ain't even been doing too much, man. Listen, I ain't been helping out where I'm supposed to help out. I ain't been doing what I'm supposed to been doing. I ain't cooking like I'm supposed to been cooking. Here's the part that I get with this, and we're going to get to the super chats. We're going to get to some of y'all out here too, because I want to give y'all an opportunity. I'm going to give you an opportunity to get to what it is, man. And there's too many people over here not doing a job, bro. It's too many people not doing a job. And I feel like I really be feeling like we at a position where we at in Cleveland is because we only care. We got people that only, like, it's a bunch of fantasy football mentalities where we don't know what linemen do, so we diminish it and say, oh, linemen don't count like that. We don't look at no all 22. We don't be seeing what special teams account for, so it don't matter like that. Oh, well, Bubba been trolling. He's not responsible for it. I mean, listen, these dudes is getting paid hand over fist. And every single week, your special teams is out here getting beat. Think about it. Watch this. Dylan Gabriel's sitting on the sideline, right? He was a starting quarterback. He ain't starting quarterback no more, right? They lost to the Jets. You know why they lost to the Jets? Special teams. They let them return a punt and a kickoff. So let me get this right. You lost a game because you missed multiple field goals against the Bengals. You lost a game to the Jets because of punt returns and kickoff returns. You lost a game right this game right here because it was 5 things, Jibber. Listen, a 66-yard punt return, the kicker kicked the ball out of the end zone, the flip field position. You had a dude inexplicably, instead of taking the ball on 40, he fields it at the 5-yard line. What? And it's game after game after game after game after game after game. But nobody asking none of this question. You ask Shedeur Sanders, what does he feel about the coach? I want the coach to do his damn job. That's what I would like him to do. I would like him to have some sort of wherewithal and foresight to call a timeout. I would have him call timeout and say, hold on, whoa. Quinshon Judkins is balling right now. If we want to go forward inside our own end zone, the call I'm not going to call is tight end, let's take a snap and fumble inside. You wouldn't even, this is my problem. You wouldn't, listen, I done been around the game my whole life. 44, a high school team would not put their tight end in on 4th and 1 to take a snap to do what? What are we here to do? And the poor problem, listen, and the problem that we got is he's been doing this for 3 years and getting away with it. Instead of Harold Fannin Jr., he was doing the same thing with Harrison Bryant. Niners TD drives cover 16, 32, and 18 yards. Game. And you got people running around here. This is wild work, bro. The Cleveland Browns are out. They are out. They get outfoxed, outcoached, out-schemed week after week after week. And I feel sorry for the fans because they've been selling you. Think about this. Can I even get mad at Tommy Rees? Let me kick some knowledge for you. Can I even get mad at Tommy Rees? The equivalent of what Kevin Stefanski did the last 2 years, has done the last 2 years, is this. You work at a restaurant, and I've worked at a restaurant in the kitchen. I've worked at a restaurant in a lot of different places. My wife worked in restaurants. She has a culinary degree. The chef took years to cultivate his menu. He picked the places he got the produce from. He meticulously goes over every little minute item, the pricing, everything. He is in charge. It is his stamp. As a matter of fact, he got an award for what he did. He got a Michelin star. Now, fast forward a couple of years, his menu then got stale. His produce is all over the place. Listen, he's still going to the wrong places. You're like, where are you getting this produce from? He going through everything. You've been telling them for years about his menu. And guess what? People stopped coming to the restaurant. Sales numbers is down. People is not excited about the menu. They going to the nice new spot over there. They going to the restaurant down the street. As a matter of fact, guys, you trying to throw lunch specials now. You throwing lunch specials, trying to get some traffic, throwing drink specials, half offs. And to save, and now, ownership is like, hey, we're noticing we own 5 restaurants. We're understanding, how did this restaurant go from the top to the bottom? Revenue's down. Reviews are down. We ain't got no new hip, trendy magazines in here covering the food. And you know what he does? He looks at his sous chef and says, you know what? I'm still going to be over it, but you decide what you want to put on the menu. You say, what? Yeah. You gonna be the chef. You the head chef. Can I put a new dish on the menu? No. Can I add, like, can I change the ingredients to this one dish? No. Can I change who is serving on my staff? No. So you meaning to tell me you handed me your menu, your same dishes, the serving staff. I can't make no changes, and yet I'm still the offensive coordinator? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. You know, the worst part about this example is, think about if the year prior, he did the same thing to the sous chef prior to you and they got fired. Whoa. Think about not only that, think about when he won his Michelin star. Think about when he got his Michelin star and the restaurant was popping. The guy that was the head cook, he got fired. How does the head cook get fired in a 5-star Michelin star restaurant? He's running the cook line. Every service is great. Money is at an all-time high. You know why? He's been scapegoating people from the jump street. He does not know what he's doing. Anybody that takes their quarterback out of the game and puts a tight end in to run the most pivotal game, to run the most pivotal play, and on fourth down, sorry, people, I'm sorry. I refuse to get caught up in the minutia, in the back and forth troll games about what people think about the quarterback under center, to ignore the fact that you lost the game on 5 plays. And I could tell you, I could show you where you lost the game. I run them down. But we here for the Cleveland Browns, and we got the nerve to insinuate that people are supposed to stand in front of the bullets for Kevin Stefanski. I would like, you know what I would like to do? The Stefanskians, they call them the Shadorians, but I'm waiting for the Stefanskians. I'm waiting for the Stefanskians to get on this one. Because, I mean, maybe, listen, you guys do the best. Y'all stand in front of buses for old boy. I don't know if you think that this is the second coming of Vince Lombardi and that when he goes, he's going to take you with him. You do know that you got to cover the next coach, right? You do know that you still have to cover. Like, I mean, needless to say, the Browns have way, 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 way bigger problems than to talk about. It's just, and it's so crazy because I thought Shedeur Sanders did some really nice things in the first half. I thought he did some really nice things. I thought the game plan was solid. Chris Judkins was balling. But always remember, if you ask who carried their part, the coaching staff has to be a part of the people that carry their part. We appreciate everybody pulling up. I want everybody, my members, get ready. It's going to be a very entertaining. We're going to get to the Film Breakdown Wednesday. Make sure you pull up and check it out. If you want to be part of the film membership, you can join right now. Hit the join button wherever you at, and you can catch the film breakdown every single Wednesday. We do that. We'll have a members only live on Tuesday. We'll be talking about this breakdown, and we'll continue to give it to you like we always give it to you right here. You never know when G-Bush might show up. Radio, television, internet. But if you want the fresh cut on sports, the Barbershop is here, and I keep the clippers. And no matter what we be talking about, it's still Go Browns. Peace.